We've come here because we're getting inspiration for spring 2012. We also have Daniel here who is taking still photos, which will be turned into the actual prints for the collection. So literally inspired, taking things from New Orleans and putting them onto fabric. It's wonderful to come here, and it's somewhere in America, not very far from where I live, that has been able to maintain that sense of history. And I think it's something that's not necessarily in the rest of the country. There's been a preservation not only of architecture, but of culture. I think what's cool here, it seems to be more how the land was, maybe before it was inhabited. And the colors are just so pretty, all the different various shades of green. Like there aren't, at least in this section, a ton of flowers. Whether it's the personality of the people, whether it's the personality of the homes, the architecture, even the things that grow in the city. I think that's what's really beautiful about it, is that people feel like they connect to it, and once they've connected to it, they're willing to preserve it and give their all to make sure that it stays that way. The feeling I get most is just a sense of uniqueness, even with the sort of classic nature of the architecture here in the French Quarter. Every, railing is different. Everything has a personality.
Another shrimp fully dressed.
People wove into their lives something that reflected who they were individually. And I think we strive so much for uniqueness now, and we end up all looking the same. Oh my word! That's so cool. Nice.
But this dress and this harness that was worn underneath it is a dress that was made for and worn by a girl who was queen of carnival. I mean, she was queen of the entire carnival season.
What really impresses me, I think, even more than the Mardi Gras, is just the history and the preservation and the care that's put into taking care of all of these garments.
This is probably the most historic building in Louisiana. This is called the Cabildo, and it was built by the Spanish in the 1790s as well, and was the seat of government for the Spanish colonial government in Louisiana, the whole schmear. These, each one of the bottles represents one of the people who didn't make it through Katrina. So they are people who died in the storm, and the helping hands, of course, there are not enough of them, but they represent the outpouring of giving and volunteering that came to the city from really all over the world.
I think what I've experienced is a huge journey, coming out after such tragic events and all the devastation, and still are able to celebrate their city and able to come together and be one, really feeling that sense of belonging in place, because of that history that's been passed down to them, whether it's literary or music. It's a really special place to be, I think.